This is the Retopo Academy, in which a Blender artist, me, will try to teach you all the concepts and tools he learned to be able to somewhat do a good job when it comes to retopology. You will find way better videos out there from professionals, but if you want to learn from someone most probably close to your level, so you are in the right place. With this out of the way, let's get to it. Hello everyone, I'm Nemesis from Ngone85. Welcome to my channel and to part 1 of our Retopo Academy. In this video, we will be covering some of the main concepts like what is a retopology and why we care about it, polygons and types, loops and how to control them, and some other important information to help you improve your retopology game. Knowing what's coming, let's get to work. To begin with the topic of this video, first, we must get straight with some definitions. What is retopology? Retopology is the process of recreating or simplifying the geometry of a 3D model by constructing a new, more efficient mesh. There are 3 main ways in which we can do a retopology. With different tools and add-ons like Quad Remesher, we can do automatic retopology. This one, when it comes to save time, is just the best. But the issue is that the placement of the polygons may not be the best for things like deformation for animations or for UV unwrapping. This one is good to use when the object will remain static. The second way is Manor Retopology, and this is the one we will focus on for this video. This method is best for the proper placement of the polygons. This will allow us to have the polygons in a way that the formations are more believable and the direction of the loops will be more efficient for things like subdividing the model and UV unwrapping. The main issue with this method is that it's time consuming and will require some knowledge that hopefully you will gain by watching these videos. The third method that I have never used but have seen other artists using, we can call it hybrid retopology. For this one, a mesh already retopologized is placed over the model we're working on, and the one with the good topology is manually put in place, and with modifiers we can transfer the retopology onto our model. I'm planning to get more into using this one, since you can reduce the time manual retopology takes by more than 50%, plus the placement of the polygons will be proper. The only issue with this type of retopology will appear when dealing with objects with non-standard shapes like creatures or animals because of obvious reasons. I feel that retopology is one of those processes in the 3D like UV unwrapping that you either love it or hate it, but you hardly will be in between. In my particular case, I like to do retopology because it's like playing with a jigsaw puzzle, but for this one you create your own pieces to solve different problems. And yes, you will find many problems when doing retopology, but the more you familiarize yourself with the concepts and the ways to handle topology, the easier it will be to solve those problems. But why do I want to deal with these problems? To answer this, we need to understand why we do retopology at all. The first reason I would like to talk about is performance. High-resolution models with millions of polygons are heavy and slow for real-time rendering or animation. If you are sculpting, for example, when having a mesh with over 1 million polygons, based on your computer specs, you will experience a laggy performance or even the program crashing. But when a retopo has been done to your model, you will allow your system to work more comfortably since there are less polygons needed to be calculated with every action. The second reason why retopology is needed is for deformation of the mesh. Good topology is essential for clean deformations during animation, making the model more flexible for movement. I haven't worked with animation yet, but it's clear why a good topology in this area is required. When deforming parts of your characters, for instance the arms or legs, not having a good topology will make the deformation look extremely weird. That is why we have to do a retopology, and not only that, but also have it placed correctly, which is something that we will be covering later when we talk about loops. The last reason for doing a retopo is optimization. By doing a retopology on your model, this will reduce the file size, improve UV unwrapping, and enhance the texturing process, especially for real-time applications like games. If you watch my video on clothing, link in the description, you will see me marking seams on a model with a low poly count and good topology, which allow me to quickly mark these areas by having the loops properly placed during retopology. When doing retopology, the goal is to have a quad base and more even topology with a lower number of polygons than the original mesh. I have said quad based, and many of you already know it, but anyways, let's address this by understanding what is a polygon in first place. A polygon is a flat 2D shape defined by multiple connected vertices and edges. In 3D modeling, polygons form the face of a 3D object. A mesh is made of many polygons, typically triangles, quads, and n-gons. As I said, the polygons are formed by vertices, which are the corner points where edges meet. The edges are the straight lines that connect vertices. And finally, we have the faces. A face is a flat surface enclosed by edges. Based on the number of edges connected together to form a face, we have the following types of polygons. Triangles or tris. This is a polygon formed by 3 edges. The second one are quads. This is a polygon formed by 4 edges. And the last one, where my name comes from, are the n-gons. This is a polygon formed by more than 5 edges. For retopology, we will try to have only quads. But why? Well, one of the main reasons for this are the loops. A loop or edge loop is a continuous path of connected edges that form a loop around a 3D model, typically following the contour of a surface. Loops are crucial for controlling the formation during animation. Loops will only run through quad-based polygons, making this the main reason why we should do retopology with this type of polygon in mind. When working with loops, another term that comes to mind is the edge control or edge flow. Edge control refers to how well the flow of edges is managed within the topology of a mesh. Proper edge control is essential for controlling the smoothness and sharpness of your model during subdivision and deformation. Having control over the loops is important to ensure smooth deformation during animation, maintain clean edge flow around important features, avoid issues like stretching, pinching, or mesh artifacts. Since concepts like loops, edge flow, edge control, and main loops are essential topics in retopology, and because I want to keep these videos brief, I'll be closing this first part here. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the concepts we've covered so far. In the next video, we will apply them and dive into other crucial aspects of retopology. And that's it guys for this video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions to improve the channel, please let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you soon.